One mum has taken to the internet to ask if she was wrong for waking up her child in the middle of the night because she was feeling emotional. She also then kept him off school for the next day, telling his younger siblings that he wasn't feeling very well. Now, people, including this audience, have been fairly quick to criticise her, but is it hard to put your emotions to one side when you are feeling down?
Do you know what? I think, apart from keeping him off school, I think this is so beautiful. I wish my mum had been more like that with me, more of an emotional crutch. I think there's a difference. You can either offload on your child, can't you, which I don't think you should do, but being an emotional crutch, being there for your mum and you being there for your kid, I think is beautiful, but not keeping them off school.
When they're really young and they maybe, I think this child was only about 11 and maybe can't understand the depth of the situation, do you think that's putting too much on them, or do you think all children will want to give loving support to their
I think all children would want to give love and support to their mum, and it makes your bond a lot stronger.
Do you think, Josie, that's because that's always what you knew, because your mum, as you've said, would tell you everything?
Yeah,
so
my mum's always been very honest.
So did you grow up almost believing that was love when she would
No,
like that?
my family are not like that at all. Like, we're not cuddly. I remember she started going out with this guy, lovely guy, yeah, actually. And she started going out with this guy, and he had two, a son and a daughter. And when we go round, they'd hug us, and I'd go, ooh, like they're hugging us. This is a little bit weird. What should I do?
Because you never had any physical.
Yeah, we weren't like that. We weren't a huggy family, so I thought they were complete weirdos. But they're really actually all right.
So, yeah. Were you just kind of seeking greater closeness with your mum?
I think so, yeah. And I'm not going to sit here, because my mum is a lovely, lovely person.
Yeah,
but
sure.
yeah, I think I've always seen that a little bit more of an emotional attachment to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, but as I've got older, it's really weird. Now I'm a really huggy person, and I am quite emotional.
Yeah. It's funny, there's a text here from Charlotte. She says, my mother did it to me and she still tries to do it now, and I absolutely resent it to the point where I move far away from her to get away from it.
Oh, wow.
I had to grow up fast, but our relationship's forever ruined because of it. I don't respect her for it, and I resent that I didn't have
really
a strong
sad.
maternal figure.
Yeah, it's funny because this was on online, wasn't it? And this one on Mumsnet, and this woman had. What gets to me, makes me feel my heart softened to her, is she went online and asked, have I done the wrong thing? And the thing is, yeah, really, yeah. But I think it's really, you know, I can say that I've got friends, I've got a supportive family, I've got a husband, but if I was really on my own, bringing up 3 kids, I mean, I don't know whether she is, but I suspect, and I was really on my own and I was lonely and I'd had some... I can't absolutely put my heart on my hand and say that I wouldn't sometimes be tempted if you've got no one else to talk to. But it's undoubtedly wrong because it's too much pressure. I think you have to save your children from the things that are worrying you because they don't know how to process it.
I think there's a balance between the two, actually. I think if you keep everything to yourself, and I know I've been guilty of that in the past, don't tell them anything, spare them, you know, keep it all to yourself, and don't necessarily tell them the reasons why you're in the situation that they are.
You were going through a breakup, and, you know, when your kids were, was it 5 and 10-ish, something like that? I mean, did you have to take decisions, right? What do they know? What do they not know? What do they see? What do they not see?
Yeah, I did. And they never saw me cry. They never saw me... They just saw me coping. And I must admit, obviously, that's, you know, 4 and 5 years ago now. And now I look back on it not only with a healed heart and with greater clarity, and I think maybe, actually, I was too strong because they would think that I wasn't... I didn't feel anything. Whereas, actually, I realised that I'm actually very like my mum. I remember my mum saying to me years ago, just because I don't show it doesn't mean I don't feel it. And I felt that I was protecting my kids by not necessarily showing that I was upset.
There's actually but
there's a balance.
Maybe if sometimes when you are upset and they see it, but you're still in control, you say, I am upset, because we're mothers, but we've still got feelings. I'm upset, but then not go into the details of why you are.
Things that happen in life, aren't they? I mean, you know, you can have, you know, bereavement in a family, or someone can lose their job, or a relationship can break up, and, you know, you can't hide children from that entirely, can you?
Coating them in cotton wool either, I don't think does any good. They need to know.
Yeah.
Well, because they'll get frightened, they'll feel that there's something going on and they don't know what it is. So it's just about managing how much you tell. If you're leaning on them to make you feel better, it's not really going to make you feel better, and it's going to put a whole heap of pressure on them.
It's not their job, is it?
It isn't their job. It isn't. So, no, I'm going to go home, I'm going to sob.
You're going to know
With
everything.
a box of chocolates and a gin and tonic.
Yeah. Well, do you know, gin, I can't drink gin. Makes me cry.